Okay, welcome back. So, we are all failures. At least the best of us are. J.M. Barry. That is so true. I don't know how many times in my life I failed at a lot of stuff, but it taught me a lot of really good lessons. So it's not about how often and how badly you fail, it's about how you move forward after it happens. Right now, we are working on responsive web design for FreeCodeCamp.org, and we are learning accessibility by building a quiz, and we're on step 28. Last video, we did 21 to 27. All right, step 28. Give each field set an adequate name attribute, then give both unordered lists a class of answers lists. Okay, so field sets. Okay, field set. Okay. So here's our field set. Okay. Okay. All right. And then give both unordered lists a class of answers list. Okay. Give the first legend element text content. Oh, sorry. Finally, use the legend to caption the content of the field set by placing a true-false question as the text content. So the legend. Mm, all right. So HTML question 1, HTML question 2, we gave it the list, a answers list, and we gave the field sets the name HTML question 2, HTML question 1, and we got that to pass, so now we are on to step 29. To provide the functionality of the true-false questions, we need a set of inputs which do not allow both to be selected at the same time. Within each list element, within each LI, nest one label element, and within each label element, nest one input element. element with appropriate. So within each list element, what are we nesting? We're going to be nesting label element within each label, nest an input. Okay. Okay. And we're gonna nest an input within the labels. Okay. Inputs are self-closing. And then these are going to be of type equals radio. Oh, see the preview. It's just our preview. So we'll do the type as radio. Okay. Could be good. Let's see. Copy this and we'll put it copy in the second question as well. So a little trick to select multiple lines is hold Shift, Alt, and Control, and then press down as many lines as you want to do at the same time. All right, let's see if that works. All right, congratulations. The code you put passes. Continue. On to step 30. Add an ID to all of your radio inputs so you can link your labels to them. Give the first one an ID of Q1 dash A1. Give the rest of them the IDs of Q1-A2, Q2-A1, Q2-A2 respectively. Okay, cool. So here's our answer list, radio button, and what are we giving the IDs to? Give your inputs an ID. So type radio. Oh, input. Oh, it's self-closing. That's right. So ID equals question 1, answer 1. Okay, input question 2, answer 2. Okay. Question 2, answer 1. Question 2, answer 2. Oh, you should give the second input element question 1, answer 2. Oh. All right. So that is the code for step 30. On to step 31. We'll just wait until this is over. And we'll get back into it. All right. All right, so step 31. Although not required for label elements with nested input, it is still best practice to explicitly link a label with its corresponding input. Now, add a for attribute to each of your labels that links the label to its corresponding radio input. Okay. So label for Q1, A1, Q1, A2, for Q2, answer 1, for Q2, answer 2. Let's check. All right, your code passes. So basically, the 4 should be the same as the ID in the input. So in the label, the 4 attribute should equal the same as the ID in the input that it's associated with. All right, so going on to the next one, step 32. Give the label elements text such that the input comes before the text. Then give the input elements a value matching the text. The text should either be true or false. Okay, so label elements the text that the input comes before the text. Okay, so the input should come before the text. So we'll do true. And in this one, we'll do false. And then we'll do true. And then we'll do false. And then it says, give the input elements value matching the text. All right, so then we'll do value. True. False. True. False. All right, so that should be it. Let's see. All right, that's it for step 32. On to step 33. All right, step 33. If you click on the radio inputs, you might notice both inputs within the same true and false field set can be selected at the same time. That's not good. Let's fix that. Group the relevant inputs together such that only one input from the pair can be selected at a time. Radio. Okay, so I don't remember. Okay, multiple radio button groups in one form. Is it possible to have multiple radio? Okay. Am I giving radio buttons? This is a good resource, MDM Web Docs. Let's do that. Input type radio. Generally used. Only one radio button has a given group can be selected at the same time. So type radio. ID here, name. Okay. ID Dewey. Name equals drone. They are called radio buttons because they look and operate similar to the manner and push buttons in the old-fashioned radios. That's cool. All right. So type radio, ID, choice 1, name, contact. Name, contact, name, contact. Okay, so if we give it a name, all the same name, then that should make it in the same group. So let's go back to our exercise and we will put a name in there. Name equals Q1 for question 1. Okay. And then we'll give it another name here. So we'll put the name field the same in. So question 1, answer 1, or question 2, answer, yeah, 2, but we would still put it as question 1. So the name would be the same. So now, yes, we're only able to select one of them now. So that's what we'll do for question 2 too. We'll name the name of each of those in question 2 field set will be Q2. And now same thing, only one of them, yep, should be able to be selected. All right, congratulations, your code passes. Submit your code to continue. All right, on to step 34. To prevent unnecessary repetition, target the before pseudo element of the paragraph and give it content property of question. Okay, so how to target the before pseudo element. Before creates a pseudo element that is the first child of the selected element. It is often used to add cosmetic content to an element within the content property. Okay, so paragraph before and then content set to that. Okay, so that's what we want. Right. Paragraph before content is going to be set to question number. All right. Submit and go to step 35. In the final section of the quiz, final section of this quiz will contain a drop-down and a text box. Begin by nesting a div with a class of form row and nest 4 div elements inside of it, alternating their class attributes with question block and answer. Okay, so section region, CSS questions. Okay, so we're in our new section. So we're going to nest 1 div. And this is going to have a class of form row. Okay. And then within this, we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. What's going on? Just do it back here and tab it over. So let's fix the last one afterwards. Then we're going to nest 4 div elements inside of that, alternating their class attributes with question block and answer. Okay. What's going on here? There we go. Okay, and then I just have to change two of them. All right. Continue. All right, so it formatted a little nicer than I had it. Within the div.question block elements, nest one label element and add a CSS related question to the label. Okay. Okay. And I just updated it for actual questions here. In step 37, within the first div answer element, nest one required select element. Nest one required select element with three option elements. Okay. So we're going to have a select. One, two, three. And then we're going to have three option elements. Make it a little easier to see. Okay. And we're going to make this required. Okay. Give the first option element a value of blank, and then select an option, and the text select an option. Okay. Give the second option element a value of yes, and the third a value of no. Function a value of no. It mashed a little bit. All right. Step 38. Link the first label element to select the element. Oh, excuse me. Link the first label element to the select element. And give it the select element. Okay. For equals CSS Q1. All right. And give the select name attribute. Sorry, your code did not pass. You should give the select element an ID attribute. It told me to give it a name attribute. All right, whatever. Let's just try to give it an ID attribute set to the same thing. All right. So maybe they meant ID attribute there. All right. Step 39. Nest one text area element within the second div answer. Okay. Text area. Then give the text area a placeholder describing an example answer. Placeholder equals okay. Check. Text area. You should give text area a rows attribute. Then give text area placeholder. Set the number of rows and columns it has. Okay. Rows equals 5. Columns equals 5. 10. Cols, not columns. All right. Let's try 20. 500. That's perfect. Submit. Go to the next challenge. All right. Step 40. As with the other input and label elements, link the text area to its corresponding label element. Give it a name attribute. Okay. Label, we're going to call this 4 equals CSS Q2. All right. And then text area is going to say name equal, oh, we already have an equals. And then we're going to say ID equals. Check that out. All right, that works. On to step 41.